What's up, comic book community? It's me, Thunder Guy 75. Uh, Hope everybody's doing well out there. I just here. I want to bring you my haul for New Comic Book Day for the 22nd. Um, so wasn't a real big pickup this week. So I'm trying to get right into it, and then I'm gonna open a package I got in the mail. So let's just jump right into what I picked up new yesterday. Um, Start off with I got Vampire State Building #4 from Ablaze. Um, I didn't really think I would enjoy this title. I don't normally read like vampire and stuff like that. Um, but this book has been like really addicting, so I don't know if this is the last one or if it's gonna continue to be ongoing. But it's really good. I mean, if anybody hasn't read it, check it out, pick up the issues, or wait for trade. But I mean, I highly recommend the story up to this point. Um, so yeah, Vampire State Building #4 from Ablaze. Pick that up. That's it for my independence. Like I said, it's light. Gonna go into my Marvel because I even only had one Marvel to pick up, and that was Web of Venom, Good Son. Um, I don't know if this is gonna be a one shot. I think it's just a one shot story. Um, but I'm sure it's probably got some sort of tie-in what's going on with Dylan and Normie and uh, how it's probably going to tie into the rest of the Venom story. Well, like I think it's a one shot. Um, Not sure, but I think eventually these two kids right here is what's going to start to. They're going to maybe steer the story in the direction of them. You can see Normie's kind of got his little Red Goblin thing going on, and we know Dylan has some sort of control over Symbiote. So, looking forward to reading this. Um, like I say, huge Venom fan, so pick this up. And most of the stuff I'm going to show, I haven't actually had a chance to read yet. There's only been one that I have read, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So now I go on to DC. Far Sector #3 out of a 12 issue series. As we can see, is done by Young Animals. Um, this is telling the story of this new lantern right here. Um, I heard this is supposed to be some sort of origin story for her, and how she actually got the ring. The story has been okay. It's one that I think it's more specking with DC starting to do this 5G thing, and I heard rumor that this this Green Lantern might start to be the character that they start to focus heavily on. So we'll see. Other than that, like I said, this is a 12 issue series. Um, Kind of see where the character goes from there. But I heard this is supposed to be this character's origin. I haven't read it yet because I did read the other two, and they're just okay. But as our boy Robbie from Philosophers channel said, please sub them up. Uh, the pop culture philosophers. The artwork is is just amazing. Sometimes the writing starts to drag on, so But yeah, you can see Jamal Campbell. He's the one. He's doing a fantastic job on the artwork. So it's not a bad story. It's just okay. So and then I had to get a Wonder Woman 750. These came out. These are the ones that they did. They had these decades covers type thing. Um, Trying to block any light off from there. Um, and I didn't get all of them going all the way back to the 40s and then the 50s. How they did those. I'm sure most people's aware how they did that with Action Comics 1000 and Detective Comics 1000. And yeah, I fell into the money trap with, and I got like every decade's cover. This one I picked what one of my favorite artists was, and that's just pretty much the story I got out of it. Which this one right here is the 80s cover, and it's as we can see over here, um, it is this is the George Perez cover. Uh, and since I'm a huge George Perez cover, I met him in person at a C2E2. One of the nicest men you could ever meet. I mean, I was just shocked by how nice he was. I got his autograph on multiple things. Um, and haven't read it. So hoping the story's good. Like I said, it's one of those going to be a whole bunch of short stories and, you know, by multiple writers. But yeah, I only got the one. I mean, there's a lot of nice covers for it. I was looking for a Jim Lee. They had a Jim Lee 1 in 100. Um, my store didn't have it, but that's okay. The price probably would have been pretty high on something like that because it does have a $10 tag on it already. But so yeah, and like I said, I heard that there is a small story in here that's supposed to lead everything into this new DC 5G. Something's supposed to really start to kick off some sort of new DC timeline and things like that. So you know, I would pick it up, especially if you're a Wonder Woman fan, or anything else. I mean, even just a DC fan in general, pick up some sort of copy of it. Wonder Woman 750. And I guess all of hers are going back to the legacy numbering now. Everything is going to come out, and now like the next would be like 751. So normally I'm wasn't going to get a lot of Wonder Woman anymore, but I had to get the anniversary issue. Next one is Superman 19. I had to get this one. I continue to wait. It's written by Bendis, like I said in the last one. They did the identity review. I said before I'm not real big on that. Um, During New 52 run, somebody had something where his identity got out, and it seemed to be like a rehash thing. And the whole mystique about Superman is the fact that people don't know or ain't supposed to know who he is. So I've been really close to taking this off my pull list, but it's Superman, and I mean he's the one that pretty much started superheroes for us. So I just wait. Maybe eventually they'll give the writing back to somebody else. Like they did with Batman. They took Tom King off Batman for us and gave it to Tinian, and maybe the time will come that they'll take Bendis off from Superman, and we can get some better Superman stories. But Superman 19, pick that up. Now here is one of my favorite books and favorite writers that I get. This is Detective Comics 1019. I don't know how good that cover is coming through on there, but normally I do not get the variant covers on this. But when I saw this one right here, Um, I want to say it's the artwork was done by Lee Bermejo. Son, I'm butchering that last name, but he's the artist that did the artwork on the Batman Damned, and I loved that story, the Batman Damned. And the way he draws Batman is just awesome. Plus, we all know Detective Comics is written by Tomasi, and I know I've been on record saying that right now I think the Tomasi run is, to me, the best Batman run that's out there. Um, so this is really great. Um, so yeah, Detective Comics 1019. Highly recommend this story, especially if you're a Batman fan. What I love that Tomasi does with Batman is he really puts the detective back into uh, world's greatest detective. Every single one is, it's more there's some problem that he's got to solve. Um, and then last one is of course Batman '87. This is the second installment of what Tinian has done um, since taking over for King. Like I said, I know the first one I said was good. We'll have to see where it starts to go. And this one right here also did not disappoint. Not to mention the cover is absolutely fire. That Matina cover. I mean, can that guy draw anything bad? I mean, I think that dude could. I think Matina could shit a better picture than I can hand draw. I mean, this dude is amazing at anything I see him do. Um, yeah, Matina is just a killer artist. So whenever I see him, I gotta get him. But back to the story. This is the only one that I have read already. Um, I don't know how many people did, so I'm not going to give anything away. But it was written really well. To me, there's still too much Catwoman. I was hoping when Tinian took over, he would kind of separate Batman and Catwoman for a little bit. It didn't. She's still prominent in the stories, the just like she was in the King stories. But I guess I guess that might be the new norm for Batman nowadays. Is that she's Catwoman's just there, but the thing is, like I said, with Tomasi, the detective that I just previously showed, you know she's never really popping up in those stories. It's Batman stories. So, but this book was really good. It is starting to build onto a mystery. Um, and the only thing I would have to say is there's something weird going on with Penguin. He has like a weird look. I don't know what happened for he got some. He almost looks like zombie Penguin. I have, for lack of a better term. But the story inside still really good. Like I said, jump on these. Tinian's, his story in the first two books has been better than pretty much anything King did in 85 books. So, Batman 87, good story. Highly recommend it. And that's my pickup. I'm gonna do a quick opening right here. Um, it's from my boy Billy over in Economics and Comics. He does fantastic auctions. Uh, and I recently picked up uh, a Thor. I can't remember what number it was. He puts it up there. We don't know I'm trying to put the run together, so um, I just go ahead and if I know I need it, I pick it up. So I'm just gonna open up that real quick. As Billy would say, I'm sure it's gonna be sick. I probably botched that one real bad. Sorry, Billy. So His packaging every time I get something is a mid-second to the way Billy packs. You know, it comes in like that. You know, get a nice shipper. And I have never bought in anything through his auctions that has not been in good shape. So, of course, we're going to save that. Like I said, I know it's a Thor. I don't know exactly what number. Oh, I think there's 2 books in here. I know I purchased one. Must have, you know what? Since I don't know what the other one is, I'm not going to look. We'll just kind of set it down. So, Thor 202. This is a first appearance of Ego Prime. So, yeah, I mean, and the staples are great. Corners still look pretty sharp, and me and 202, 20-cent tag on here. I know this probably predates 1975, so great condition, as Billy always does with his stuff. I highly recommend watching his auctions, picking stuff up from him. Help support his channel, help support the rest of the community. So, yeah, I bought this and won it of Economics and Comics, and he threw a freebie in here. I don't know what this is. Thank you, Billy. So, let's go ahead. This is, I guess it is a mystery box, because this book is a mystery to me. I only knew the Thor that I got. So, let's maybe show it to y'all first. See what he put in there. Okay, he put in Stephen King Dark Tower, The Long Road Home. Now, I'm familiar with Stephen King The Dark Tower from the novels, The Gunslinger. I know about that. I don't have any of these. I guess it's a 2 of 5 limited series. So, yeah, that's really cool. It's written by Peter David. I know he's done some great stuff. I believe he done some great work with the Hawk back in the day. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting this one. And looking at those edges, sharp, things near mint. The paint doesn't even break. So that is really nice. Appreciate that, Billy. Thank you. So, yeah, that's all I got to bring today. Hopefully you saw something you liked. If so, let me know. Let me know if there's something I should have picked up. I was supposed to have a Batman Beyond number 40. I called my comic shop the day before they were supposed to release. They told me they'd put one in my box, and so I get there, and I didn't walk over to the shelf because I thought there'd be one in my box. They bring me all my polls, nothing is in there. I go over my Batman 40, and one of the guys who works there, not one of the owners. I normally, if I need something, I just send direct messages to the owner. He said there wasn't anything, and they only had one on the shelf, and somebody ran in at the same time I did when they opened the doors, and he pulled that one off the shelf, so I ended up not getting one. So I leave and I try to go to another comic shop that's maybe 5-6 minutes away. And I walk in, and that same guy who bought the one off the shelf at my LCS, he was walking out as I was walking in. I walked straight over to the new releases. They were all out. And I asked the cashier, I said, did he just buy every single one of the Batman Beyond number 40? And she said that, yeah, he did. And so this guy got lucky enough. I mean, he knew I was looking for one. Clearly, he wanted to keep them all to himself. My thought on that was, if we're all members of the community, you know, we help each other out. You know, don't try to buy everything off of the shelf from the rest of us. But you know, I guess if the store is going to let you do it, then you know, why not? To me, they should have maybe a one per person. Because then I tried to call another shop and they were already sold out of Batman Beyond 40 and a lot of the online stores. I mean, this book is taking off. So I recommend if anybody got it out there, go ahead and pick it up. That thing's going to be fire. A couple hours after it got released, cover B was $15 to $20. Cover A was $10 to $15. So yeah, highly recommend people pick that up. Batman Beyond number 40. I do got one coming. I was able to find one copy of it, but I had to order it. So pay a little extra, but you know, that's okay. So that's gonna about do it. It's probably rambled on too long. I've thought about maybe doing another thing in the videos. Maybe I'll read one or two of my books and then right before new comic book day, maybe doing a review on them. It would be one with spoilers because I think if the book's already been out a week, people maybe had time to read it. You know, let me know in the comments if that's something you won't mind seeing. You know, me read one or two. I'm not gonna be able to read every single book and do the review. That's what our boy Robbie's out there for. He does a fantastic job of doing that. You know, I'm just talking about maybe one or two that I'm picking up, and if it helps you decide if you want to jump onto the title, then you know, it's what I'm here for, to help out the community. So yeah, just leave comments, please. You know, that always helps. Please hit the subs, notification. Please like this. And right before I sign off here, I'm gonna show this one more time. So pass it on to your friends. I recently was on live with Stevie B, and I revealed once we get to about 100 subs, this is what's gonna be the prize right here. 9.8 Shadow of the Bat number 1. First appearance Victor Zaz. So just wanted to put that back out there for people. That's going to be the 100 sub. So hopefully you like this. Pass it on. Sub up the channel. Please leave comments. I always like to chat it up in there. So until next time, community, always remember, stay worthy.